Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new campaign series here today on the channel. We're back on Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. We're going to be playing as the Tsardom of Bulgaria. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. We are playing as Emperor Boreal of Bulgaria. The main objective of this series is to be the dominant Eastern Orthodox force and essentially reclaim the lands of what was the Eastern Roman Empire. Constantinople has fallen to Catholics, and only Orthodoxy can rule the East. So we are the defenders of Orthodoxy. We've got a really nice couple of buffs here. Bulgarian grain, plus 30 food, and wealth from commerce. I've also got cumin auxiliaries as well in our mix, thanks to historically Boreal's wife was cumin. I guess that's what that comes from. We do have a penalty of diplomatic isolation, which is minus 15 diplomatic relations with Latin and Eastern Christian kingdoms, so that's something to look out for. Put in the description below as well the mod if you guys would like to download it and play along with me. We're playing as the Tsardom of Bulgaria. We have a population of 110,000, and I'll quickly dive into the custom battle here now if you guys would like to have a bit of a sneak peek at some of the units and what's to come. A lot of heavy spear infantry and a decent amount of heavy and bowmen as well. You're most welcome to pause and look ahead. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Gotta say a huge thank you to the 1212 AD once again. There are the mod credits. So we start off with 3 territories in the north, just south of the Danube, Tarnov, which has a beeswax candles as a resource. Pushing further east, we've got the crucial and important gold mine of Skopje, and I have my faction heir and brother to the east. We are currently at war with 3 factions, so we do start off with a little bit of a difficult position. However, we do have a military alliance with the Empire of Nicaea, the former Byzantines, well, their main state. But we are at war with the Latin Empire and their vassals. But let me know in the comments if you'd like me to expand and conquer. I think uniting the Balkans under a Bulgarian banner, taking Greece, Asia Minor, Anatolia, and sort of hitting our objectives of reforming. Well, we're technically the Tsardom of Bulgaria. If we hit 18 regions, we can get the Empire of Bulgaria. So we currently are at war with Thessalonica, Achaia, the Latin Empire. We do have a vassalage with Wallachia. Dracula is on our side for now. Currently negotiating with Hungary to hopefully try and get that deal done. Maybe we can marry into the Hungarian royal line. Let's see if Serbia, our Balkan brothers, want trade, and they're going to accept trade rights and a non-aggressional pact. We want to sort of focus on the Christians that have overextended. Alright, looking in Skopje, we're doing alright. So tech-wise, we always want to go down the sanitation buffs, the craftsman's guild and whatnot. So let's go down there and get that rolling. We can also upgrade our resources as well. We'll go down military where we can, but as an Eastern Orthodox faction, very much like the Catholic and our Christian comrades, we have a very strong and well-balanced faction. Founded Empire is our main decision. 18 regions. We currently have 3, and to do so, to hit that 18, we're going to try and reclaim most of what the Eastern Roman Empire held. So, I currently have 1 sibling, Strets, who is my heir, and I also have 2 cousins as well, Alexander and Ivan Isin. My Yes, so it's through the female line now, because the former king Ivan Essen was there. Bogdan, my grandfather as well. Really cool shield. I like his little cross on the helmet. You're very, very stylish, Boriel. Alrighty, let's make some moves and preparations and hit the initiative, hitting Philippopolis eventually. So buildings-wise, I think going with this Orthodox church here, converting it to get the wine resource. I really like the wine and sanitation buff. Trade is so crucial in this game, along with sanitation. So sometimes I prefer that rather than the hardcore Orthodoxy conversion. We'll break down some of the stuff that we don't need. I want to try and focus on trade resources, religion, and sort of sanitation. Looking at our army build at the moment, 2 spears, 2 swords, a lot of cavalry, a hell of a lot of Cuman horse archers there, mostly to do... Well, maybe it came with my wife and her dowry. I don't know. Maybe they supplied military forces. So we'll get some swordsmen where we can and try and build up before we push upon Philippopolis. Alrighty, let's renegotiate with Bulgaria now, because I want to try and get this marriage done and dusted. If I can marry him, my brother, Strets, to a Hungarian princess, that will allow the Catholics off my back. What do you want for it? Okay, just a straight up accept. Good. The Hungarians are the sort of larger northern threat. They also have a lot of allies and vassalage with Serbia and Croatia, so we don't have to be dealing with them as well. Gonna have to keep the loyalty nice and high with my cousins, though, as I do not trust them. They have a strong claim to the Bulgarian throne. Look, you know what? I think I'm gonna slightly rotate my main force from Tarno, because I would like to maybe try and draw out the Philippopolis garrison rather than force a siege. There's no real reason why we can't recruit on the border here, because you never know. Sometimes the AI can be quite aggressive and push out. I'll put in the description below the 1212 AD mod, and of course the other sub-mods I'm using as well. Brand McBourne sub-mod I do recommend, and mods that allow us to get access to tier 2, 3 tier high middle-age units as well. We'll bring in my cousins, Alexander and Ivan, into the household. Give them political offices where we can to appease them, because we've really got to watch out for their claim. Edicts-wise, I quite like the look of settled tribes, wealth, growth, recruitment, rather than focusing purely on a recruitment blitz, which could be militarily viable. But let's end the turn and continue. We're slowly building up forces in Skopje and in our capital of Tarnovo. So I think pushing south against our current enemies, the Latin Empire and their vassals, securing Greece, pushing over the Bosphorus, taking Constantinople for Bulgaria. There needs to be a strong Eastern Orthodox ruler in Constantinople. I will be king of the Eastern Romans. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Philippopolis is undefended, and we need to push it to gain a nice footing to then leapfrog over to Constantinople. Boriel has brought 2,290, and I believe it was Gerard was the general inside before. We could bring up the other army from Skopje, and I think I'm going to do just that. It's probably not a bad investment in the future to unlock the additional gold mine resource text, because gold is so crucial in 1212 AD and Total War Attila. Alrighty, the siege equipment has been built. It's 1215 AD in winter. Boreal and Bulgaria are going to be making the first strike against the Latin Empire. Philippopolis will fall. We have well over 3,000 Bulgarians ready to go under the command of Boreal, the Heralds of Death, 2 units of spears, the heavier variant, 2 medium, 3 swordsmen, 2 archers, a hell of a lot of cavalry. But looking at the map, there seems to be a couple ways in, which is good. 2 units of heavy cavalry, 2 medium swordsmen as well, and we have 6 units of Cuman horse archers, so they're going to be able to rain fire and death upon the enemy. The Battle of Philippopolis, 1215 AD, against the Latin Empire. Robert has, 4 units of spears, 3 units of archers, 2 crossbows, and a heavy Christian unit as well. But maybe, depending on... The thing is, right, we might hit... I'd ideally like to reform what was considered the Eastern Roman Empire when the West, like when East versus West, if I could rebuild that, take Greece, Anatolia, the Middle East, and Egypt, I feel like I could call myself king of the Eastern Romans. There needs to be a strong Eastern Orthodoxy, which has fallen. The Empire of Nicaea, the Byzantines, shouldn't hold that title anymore. Protectors of the palace are our 1,500 reinforcing army. Not like we need them overly too much, but having numerical supremacy will help us out in our first siege of the series. I will burn your city, your land, yourself. Oh my god. Mongol Khan. Okay, guys, welcome to the battle map. We finally loaded in. It took a little bit longer than what I would have liked, honestly. So, looking at the city. Okay, interesting. So, there's a couple ways in for us to breach. 1, 2, 3. Slightly high ground. Only 1 capture point. Philippopolis isn't the largest of your medieval cities, but it doesn't even look like we actually need siege equipment. We're going to be able to push quite easily through the breaches. So let's break everyone up. So with a sword infantry with a spear into a couple of attack groups. So we'll go 2 directly up and over. My allied reinforcements are coming from behind. And we'll go here as well. The quicker we can take the town square, the better. Now, we're a little bit weakened on this side. However, if I can sort of stretch the enemy thin, I think that's the play. And then we'll try and like focus cavalry on the left side. We'll bunch up horse archers and normal archers. Because it's not as big of the city as I sort of anticipated, my horse archers are going to be go tremendously well in this siege. They are going to act comparable, or if not better, to our main archers. And then we'll move with my archers here, and then we'll put Boreal further at the back. So guys, this series will end in the not too soon future. So let me know what you'd like me to replace it with. Do you want to see more 1212 AD on the channel? If you do, make sure you leave the video a like, subscribe, comment, support it, and I'll do more. If not, you guys are sort of, your interest is waning on 1212 AD, we can move on to maybe more Rome 2, more Total War. I don't know, maybe do some more Mountain Blade, Bannerlord, Paradox games. Let me know in the comments. So here is Boreal, the man, the myth, the legend. In Slavic, his name is loosely translated to the fighter. The Greeks, so not the Greeks, the Turks. Well, depending on who you ask. It could be interchangeable nowadays. So, right. Turks call him the Wolf, which I more personally like. So, let's get stuck into the fight. Alrighty, let's get our archers to push the initiative where we can. So it looks like some spearmen have already slightly overextended. And we'll try and push up. Divide and conquer where we can. Archers. If we can get like, what, nearly 10 units to focus on one, we might even be able to start a rout. Horse archers, and especially in this game, Total War Attila, this is what it's designed for. They are absolutely fantastic. But King Burial in the east, the defender of orthodoxy, now occupies all the lands of the Roman Emperor and towns in the east. Now ruled by Latins. We must retake them for the east. Slowly but surely whittling out some archers coming up here. We're absolutely smashing them. Spearmen now engaging the garrison. So there's still a lot of factions we can still play as. Let me know in the comments which you like the sound of. So there's still the Kingdom of Mercuria, the Swiss, Georgia, maybe some of the minor Germanic factions, Bavaria, Bohemia. Alright. So they're clustering 3 units on the center here. And they've got a unit of cavalry there. So my spears are going to make quick work of this blob. Let's send our cavalry up for support. And get everyone up here, because they're not even protecting that high ground. We've got to be careful of friendly fire slightly. Let's move Boriel up. For support. Yeah, because it's so interesting how cultures and stuff change over time. Because, like, genetically, most, well, not most, I'm not sure, assuming all, but some Greeks under Ottoman occupation have Turkish blood. They're very, very close, sort of culturally. Same with sort of the Moors and Spanish. And whatnot. It's really interesting because, like, the ancient Greeks, like, don't exist anymore. Neither do the ancient Egyptians. Alright, so looks like their main general is sitting in the town square. We can engage that. I thought we'd have pushed there a little bit better. Oh my god, my cavalry's rip-roaring them. But you got to give it to the Latins. They're giving us a good fight here, even though it is a garrison. But we're getting revenge upon the Fourth Crusade. They sacked and took good Orthodox lives in Constantinople. And the Latins will fear us. Let's get our cavalry to swing around, do some hammer and anvil strikes. We don't want to anger and draw in all of Christendom, so we're going to have to be quite particular on who we declare war on. We can't strike at like the main Christian kingdoms like, or Catholic kingdoms, like the Papal State, France or England, because that will surely unite Christendom against us. We want to be incredibly quiet and shrewd. We're going to have to finesse our way through taking back East Rome. And the Orthodox cavalry are coming in. But normally, that sort of charge would deal more of a tremendous blow, but the very heavy armoured general unit is going to hold out so well there. They arguably have better quality defensive-wise and armor-wise than us. That archer rebelled, and only 1 unit of spears. But now our cavalry's screaming down the hill of the city. Bring them down! Rip them to pieces! Oh, and they routed pretty much instantly from that. Let's get my archers to redirect and concentrate their fire, because we don't want to cause too many casualties or friendly fire. You got to give it to the main general unit. It seems to be still holding the town square, but definitely trying to surround the city. It seemed to work. So if Bulgaria was to take Constantinople, can I be crowned King of the Romans? I guess I can. Of the Eastern Romans. Sure, why not? The Empire of Nicaea probably has the better blood claim. But we want to be King of the East, or Emperor of the East. We'll reforge the Empire. It'd be kind of cool if you could like change your faction colour, be donned in purple, instead of this like poopy brown colour and yellow. Slowly but surely rising the banner of the TSARDOM of Bulgaria, reuniting the Balkans under Orthodox rule. Yes, there we go. The lion is rising. And Philippopolis will soon be ours. It's those damn heavy Christian mounted knights. They are still holding out so well. Only 1 unit of archers and the main general unit seems to be there for now. But once we take Philippopolis, it's going to be a really, really good launching pad for Constantinople. It's only naturally sort of we push south to Greece anyway, because under no control of my own, we're already at war. Which, necessarily I don't like. I probably would have expanded south rather than north anyway, because I don't see myself going to war with Wallachia anytime soon. We could very well send a general up there, maybe to levy some of the Wallachian men for my army, because especially in like DEI, Divide et Impera, it's a legitimate strategy, liberating and levying allies where we can. Serbia and Croatia, we wouldn't go to war with them, our Balkan brothers, because Hungary is going to draw them in, and we don't want them to declaring war on us, vice versa. So securing Hungary on our side, the largest sort of Christian kingdom next to us, much larger than the Latins, not including their allies though, is definitely the safer play. But let me know in the comments, should we go on crusade? Should we take Jerusalem back? Alright. So, I just don't think we're doing that well pushing here, because what we focused like 10-12 minutes with my infantry on that general unit, and it still seems to be holding. Let's get all our horse archers and just normal archers to try and focus with heavy shot and rain fire and death upon them. I haven't even needed my secondary army. I didn't push them up because I didn't want them to get taken out by arrow fire. But speaking of arrow fire, we're starting to litter the general's bodyguard. Cuman horse archers and Bulgarian heavies, get your target practice up. The Cumans are at the gates. Alright, so now we're starting to whittle them down. Yeah, there we go, 155. And There's only 2 more enemy infantry units in the city. Yeah, look at that. We killed like hardly any with my infantry trying to push. So skirmishing, sort of cheekily skirmishing them matters to play. And for some reason they're having their backs to them as well, so that most definitely doesn't help. Killed 40 or so of them, and we got them. They've completely routed there. Continue what you're doing, because you'll get your chevrons up nice and high. Robert, medium spear infantry. There we go. Litter them with arrows. The Cumans, from the Cuman Khanate, are absolutely loving it. They're having a field day. And let's end it on that. A decisive victory for Bulgaria. Hopefully the first of many more to come against the Latin Empire. We did outnumber them 3-1. Spearmen did really well. The heavies won 85-43. We only lost 413 men to their 1.3k. Not too shabby. Whoa, look at the archers there. 59-70. Oh, the horse archers actually performed numerically better than our grounded medium archers. That's crazy. That just shows you the power of horse archers in this game. Oh my god. They're getting like 3 on average more, 3 times more than just the normal archers. That's crazy. Their archers didn't do very well. Their crossbows with their armor piercing damage did well. The heavy cavalry unit did alright, 48. The general unit, which is a spear unit, held its ground. But Bulgaria has recorded its first victory here today against the Latin empires. We're starting to chip away at our vengeance upon the Fourth Crusade. Rightio guys, welcome to the campaign map. A big old kick in the balls. Oh god. So we've completely wiped out the garrison. And we're going to be taking our first settlement here today. So guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the first episode of the Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD Tsardom of Bulgaria series. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched all the way through, really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments. Would you like me to expand and conquer? The main objective of this series is to reclaim Constantinople for Orthodoxy, claim and call myself King of the Romans, and we'll try and reforge what was the Eastern Roman Empire, sort of the Byzantine Empire at its height. Greece, Anatolia, the Middle East and Egypt under my control, ideally. We'll be able to forge the Bulgarian Empire once we hit, 18 settlements? So we might be able to achieve that before we take that rough desired territory. But you never know, we could maybe launch some raids into Italy, into Sicily, North Africa. We could go over the border, go over the Danube, if need be. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. And episode 2 of the Bulgaria series tomorrow. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.